What could be more British than a cup of tea and a chat about some football?
Shut up and sit down.
What's the story, internet? I hope you're all having a wonderful morning so far. Here we are with the preview for Wednesday's Champions League fixtures. Later on today, I will also be bringing out my usual review video of Tuesday's Champions League fixtures, so keep an eye on that one. Be out later on this evening. So, jumping into Wednesday, first match. Didn't plan it that way, it's just the way that this is. Istanbul Başakşehir versus Manchester United. Manchester United had a very unfortunate loss on Sunday to Arsenal. Not saying that we didn't deserve it. I think 0-0 would probably have been more the better result, but anyway, that's in the past now. Hopefully we can continue our European form. No disrespect to Istanbul, they have 2 losses in a row, and Manchester United have beaten the 2 teams that have beaten them. At the same time, you can't count anyone out. Look at Donetsk versus Real Madrid. Look at us against Leipzig, not saying that we didn't deserve it, but at the same time, everyone was counting us out, us against PSG. So, nothing against Istanbul, and in true United fashion, it wouldn't surprise me if they did upset us, but I still think that we're the favourites. So, I'm going to go with a Manchester United win. I'm going to say 3-0. I think Cavani will start. I think Cavani will score, Van der Beek, and let's say Rashford, just because he's the man at the moment. Zenit versus Lazio should be an interesting match. I think Lazio are too strong at the moment. Not sure how they're doing in this Serie A. I know they had that victory against Dortmund, and then they had that draw against Bruges. So as far as their European form, they're sort of topsy-turvy. So it'll be interesting to see. I still think they're just going to be too strong for Zenit, especially because they beat Dortmund, Dortmund beat Zenit, but as we know, with football, that doesn't mean anything. Barcelona versus Dinamo Kiev. Got to say that Barcelona are the favourites, but at the same time, like I keep saying, look at Shakhtar Donetsk. You never know. Kiev could surprise Barcelona. It is at the Camp Nou, so the chances of that are unlikely, but you never know. I'm still going to say that Barcelona's going to win this. I'm going to say maybe 3-1. Ferencváros versus Juventus. The Minnows just keep on coming up against the really hard teams. Ronaldo's back. I think this is just going to be a thrashing, I'm afraid. No disrespect to them, but at the same time, Juventus, especially when they've got Ronaldo, are just such a force to be reckoned with. So I'm going to say Juventus 4-0. Club Brugge versus Dortmund. You would normally say Dortmund to win, but as I mentioned earlier, Club Brugge did draw with Lazio last time out, so you never know. Could be an interesting match. I think Dortmund are too strong. I think they've been playing quite well, so I'm going to say Dortmund's going to win, but I'm not going to say it's going to be a high-scoring match. I think it's going to be 2-1, personally. Sevilla versus Krasnodar. Sevilla are just the masters of getting a win in Europe, so I think they're going to eke one out. So yeah, I think Sevilla is going to beat Krasnodar. Not going to be a very entertaining match, I don't think, but I'm going to say 2-1 to Sevilla. Chelsea versus Rennes. Chelsea will be flying high after the Burnley result, where they won 3-0. So I think that Chelsea are going to take it to the French team. I think Rennes might have a surprise up their sleeve, but still, I think the likes of Chelsea's new goalkeeper, Mendy, I think that he's just going to be... I think he knows the French league too well, so I think that he's probably going to do it for them. Yeah, I think that Chelsea's going to win this one, and probably very comfortably. I'm going to repeat the Burnley score of 3-0. So, and then the final one, this is the one that I mentioned earlier, where I think this is going to be a matchup that's slept on, but it's still going to be a big match because Leipzig are going to want revenge against PSG for what happened in the semi-final last year. Obviously, Leipzig just fell to us 5-0. PSG will want to continue their form after they beat Istanbul, and Leipzig also beat Istanbul. So both teams have a loss to Manchester United and a win against Istanbul. So this is the deciding factor. This is the one that will separate them, is what happens between the two of them. Two very even sides. I think PSG have the superstars in the key areas with Neymar and Mbappe. I guess you could throw Marquinhos nearly in that level, and Keylor Navas. I'm not going to say superstars, but still very, very good players. High rated on FIFA anyway. But Leipzig have some very good young players. I mean, Forsberg, Sabitzer. They've got Gulaschi in goal, who performs very well on occasion when he's not coming up against Marcus Rashford. So I think it's going to be a hard-fought match. Leipzig are going to want this more because, like I said, they're going to want revenge. But PSG just have that calibre to score. So I'm going to say, that Leipzig get their revenge in their home stadium. I'm going to say it's going to finish 3-2 to Leipzig. I think Neymar and Mbappe are each going to get a goal. It could come from another area, another shock area, you never know. But I think, I think Neymar and Mbappe are each going to score, and then I think Leipzig are ultimately going to win 3-2. So that's my preview of Wednesday's football matches in the Champions League. As I mentioned earlier in this video, I will be back later on today, on Tuesday, with a review of today's matches. And then I will be back tomorrow with a review of Wednesday's matches. So I hope you're all keeping well, staying safe, staying out of trouble. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and ta-ra for now.